Unbelievable. Well, of course, friends, we're filming this show as we always do on Facebook Live, and there's always slight technical difficulties. This is live radio as always, but I think we have both cameras rocking and rolling. We have Facebook Live on both of my Facebook channels, which is great. My regular page at Eric McKenna, just type in my name on Facebook if you have to be listening and you want to watch, and my business page at Eric McKenna, Your Personal Realtor. Both are streaming, and this is a wonderful show. This is a show I've been waiting for and waiting for. And this is a tough negotiator over here. but this is great today. I have the ability to not only have my go-to roofer, but I also have my personal friend on here, near lifetime friend on today. And we're going to talk all things roofing. And again, it's a real estate show and a variety show. And once we get through the baseball, but it's not baseball season, once we kind of get through that kind of stuff with Matt or Frank or Bob, we also get to the top of real estate once in a while. But today, we are going to talk roofing, which is a very important part of real estate and one of the, probably, in my opinion, one of the three most important things to look for when you're getting ready to buy a home. I know when I take a buyer to a home, the first thing they do is they look up. And the first thing if they can see the line of sight,
yes,
they look at a roof. And I have a tremendous roofer, Mr. Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing and Gutters here today. Always full disclosure on the show, I've known Hamilton pretty much, I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but pretty much all my life. I won't out Hamilton. He's a few years older than I, but Hamilton has been working in the Valley here and working in southwestern Pennsylvania 25, 27 years now?
Yes,
is that
25.
Correct? 25 yes. Plus years. He is my go-to roofer. I have recommended him to multiple buyers, multiple sellers of mine. As we've discussed on prior shows, I am the son of a contractor. Didn't rub off, thank goodness. But I have watched my father many times in larger jobs refer business to Hamilton and also bring Hamilton in. And Hamilton has even done my family's roof as well. So full disclosure here, I can personally vouch for the quality of this individual. Beyond roofing, he's a great friend and a great man, a great father as well, and husband, I might add.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, his wife had a birthday party yesterday. I was hoping to see her too, but as most birthday parties are at this age, we have a good time, and sometimes it's hard to recover. so
yes.
Jody, if you're listening, we miss you. But thank you for helping me convince this great guy to get on the air here today. And we are going to talk all things roofing. Hamilton, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate everything.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. We're going to encourage your calls, as always, here on the two most famous, most powerful, most influential numbers in all of Beaver County Radius hotlines, 724-843-1888 and 724-774-1888. My guest for the full 2 hours is indeed Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing. We're going to be taking your calls, and we're going to be talking all things roofing. If you have any questions on roof, this is the man you want to talk to. Again, it's 724-843-1888 and 724-774-1888. And do we have a phone call already?
Yes.
We have a phone. We haven't even come out of the gate. We got a phone call. Okay. You're on with Eric McKenna.
Well, I could say good morning, but I will say good afternoon, Mr. Eric.
Hey, Miss Deborah. Well, Bob already said good morning in our intro. But yeah, we do have a different time today.
This puts you off a little bit because
that's okay.
This is in the afternoon. I just wanted to remind you that it is after 3 o'clock, not after 10.
I need that reminder too, because did I say 10 o'clock already? Did I slip and say 10 o'clock? I might have.
No, I'm teasing you.
Okay. Well, I might have.
Well, I know roofing is a tough job. My friend's husband did that years ago until he got hurt, but I know roofing is a tough job. And I know this show is about, the roofing and stuff. But I want to ask you a football question. Did you watch that game?
I didn't watch the game, but we have a Cornell alumni here and a great football player in his own day, Mr. Hamilton Hope, who did watch the game.
Yes.
Hamilton may have a comment or two on that game.
Yeah, it was a pretty
tough.
What
did you think?
It was a pretty tough defensive battle. Quaker Valley got a safety in the first quarter, and from there on, they didn't move the ball too much. But it was a good game to watch. A lot of defense, a lot of tough plays.
Well, I was very pleased that Quaker Valley won. I thought, don't get your head sick now. Concentrate. I was afraid that Ella Cooper was going to get a TD in the last moments. But, I'm really proud of Quaker Valley, and I'm so glad that they won because they were the underdogs. And even Matt Durzik, was kind of rooting for them. He wasn't sure though, but I thought, well, that's a good thing that they won. Too bad for Aliquippa, but this is their second time they lost in 2 years in a row.
I did not know that. But then again, I'm not an
they lost
aficionado.
last year to Beaver Falls.
Now, Deborah, I have to, full disclosure here. My son plays baseball for Moon, and Quaker Valley is kind of like an arch rival, so I can't say I was rooting for them. I was an Aliquippa fan today, big time, so I'm a little bit disappointed. But what a game, 3-0. How about that? 2-0. Excuse me, 2-0. Not even a field goal. Yes. Not even an offensive score.
No.
Wow. And Hamilton.
It was a game. It was a tough game, and it was a game. So, but anyway, I wanted to make that comment and see what you thought about that game, and I'll let you get back to your to roofing. But Mr. Hamilton, you be careful when you're out on that roof. That's a tough job.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And we'll talk about
God
safety
bless
too.
you both, and talk to you soon, Mr. Eric.
Thanks, Mr. Deborah. Thank you. You can always call here. You know that. Thank you so much. All right. 2-0. Yeah. And I listened to that game. I was out showing homes in between the three showings I had today. I was listening, and I just was waiting, and I come back in the car after showing a house, and the score was the same.
I think they said the first time ever that score of 2-0.
Ham, do you think obviously the condition of the field had to play a part of that, right?
Yes. Yes, I do. I think the weather played a good part into the defensive struggle.
Okay.
The offense couldn't move the ball that much. They were just trying to pound the ball down the field, and they didn't have too many first downs, but it was a good game to watch.
Okay. I would think in a condition like that, they would obviously tend to run more,
Mm-hmm.
but they couldn't even run the ball. I mean, that's kind of funny.
Yes.
Yeah, 2-0. Well, congratulations. I have to say this. Congratulations to Quaker Valley. Just don't carry that momentum into the baseball season, and we'll be just fine.
Yes.
Okay, friends, if you just tuned in, thank you so much. This is the Eric McKenna Show on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WNBA. We're here every Saturday, typically from 10 to noon, talking real estate and more, sometimes with the emphasis on and more. And today, because of football, because of the Aliquippa Quaker Valley Championship, WPIAL Championship game, we were pushed back to 3-5. My guest, Mr. Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing and Gutters, was kind enough to make adjustments in his schedule to be here. So, Hamilton, before we take any calls initially here, let's just start this off. Can you give a little background on how, obviously 25-plus years of doing this, a little background besides the fact of don't give any high school secrets away here, but,
yes.
We've known each other for so long. But you can give our audience a little background on how you got into this crazy business.
Well, I was working for a company, and I liked what I was doing and got very excited about trying to start my own business. And I talked to my wife about it, and she said, yes, go for it. So
always wise.
Yes. Yeah, you got to follow the lead of your wife, that's for sure.
That is, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yes, so we had a car at the time, and we went and traded it in and got a pickup truck. And from there, everything started.
I remember that.
Yes, it started pretty slow, bought a little bit of equipment, and throughout the years, God has blessed me to continue to move forward. So,
absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. When I was over Hamilton's the other night, we were doing a little show prep because contrary to popular belief and contrary to what Frank Sparks tells people, I do prepare for my shows. I don't come in here and wing it every day. I'm not talented like Mr. Bob Fry or Matt Durzig or Frank. These guys can come in unrehearsed and boom, put on the show. So Hamilton and I were talking a little bit, and we were talking about safety, and we were talking about Hamilton's one of the roofers I'm familiar with that works year-round. Is that correct?
Yes, I do.
So safety in a winter obviously is a big thing, and you were telling me about the accommodations that you make for your workers, especially in the cold.
Yes.
And you said you had the special heaters and furnace heaters, or
yes.
What are those?
Propane heaters, torpedo heaters to keep the shingles warm.
Okay.
Also keep the guys warm. In the wintertime, we'll tarp the roof just in case it snows and to keep the frost off before we start if we get an opportunity. And we also have setups to keep us safe, like slate catches to catch the shingles and harnesses and ropes put on our backs and stuff like that.
I get it totally,
yes.
and that's anyone running a great business, whatever it is, if you're not immersed in it and you're not doing everything possible to do quality work, as you know, it's your reputation,
yes.
And that's why you don't take any chances with your reputation. You make sure you're fully equipped. Again, the numbers to reach us here are 724-843-1888 and 724-774-1888. We are on Facebook Live on both of our channels, and if you have any questions at all, we're going to try to do our best to monetize. Where's my head today? to monitor that and make sure that we indeed can respond to your questions. This is Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing, one of the lead sponsors of this show. Great to have him on here, and we're talking roofing here. Before we get to our first break, Hamilton, I just wanted to basically throw something at you. When I first became a young agent, and when you're young in real estate, and I had a little bit of an advantage coming from a background of contracting, a little bit of an advantage,
Yes,
not much. There's so many. You have to learn the styles of homes, and then you start learning about the roofing. You learn about the different pitches and so forth, and then you get into materials, and we'll cover all that. But if somebody is noticing a spot of moisture, either on their second floor, which is your top floor, or if it's a ranch, let's say they're noting a spot of moisture either in the corner or in the center of the house, naturally there could be a plumbing issue.
Yes.
But it also could be, correct me if I'm wrong, a roofing issue as well.
Yes.
Is that correct?
That's very common. Yes, it is.
Okay.
A lot of times you have nails that back out of the plywood and push the shingles up and allows water to get in. You should look for shingles that have slid out. You should look for leaks on your ceiling and around your chimney. Keep an eye around your chimney. Sometimes the flashing goes bad. There's all kinds of variable situations that can cause leaks, but it's pretty common.
If let's just say the average person, such as like myself, that doesn't have a background in this, let's say we have a ranch home. They're very, very popular in Beaver County.
Yes.
And we happen to go out in front of our house, and the line of sight is pretty good. We can kind of see up on our roof. We have a ranch. What should we be looking for if we suspect that, hey, our roof's now 15, 20, 25 years old? We know that. Is there anything we should be looking for to maybe give us an indication that, hey, the roof might need some attention, either repair or possibly be ready for a replacement?
Yes. A lot of times from water and snow sitting on the roof throughout the years, you get a sag in the roof, which can cause leaks. Like I said, you have shingles that slide out. There's all kinds of situations. There's nails that pop up that allow water to get through. There's all kinds of stuff, but you got to look and make sure your roof's in good shape. Keep an eye on it, and a lot of times you get a lot of leaking down by the gutters because of the snow and ice backing up, pushing the water back up the roof, and throughout the years your fascia board can go bad. If your gutter's falling off the fascia board, it might be because the water got behind the wood and made it deteriorate.
We'll talk about that. I had that happen to a client. Let me ask you this. I went up to help a client, my first year in the business, went up and helped them clean the gutters. I mean, I never cleaned the gutters on my, Hamilton knows my parents' house because he put the roof on, and it's very steep. So I never did gutter cleaning as a child. But on this particular house, it was a ranch, and I could almost reach up on the one end and get in there.
Yes.
I noticed, and the roof, to me, as a layman, I looked at it, and I didn't see any tiles coming up or any I didn't see anything that would alert me to say, hey, that looks odd. Well, when I went into the gutters, there was a ton of, I guess it was the roofing granules were in there. Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot. Mm-hmm. And when we showed the owner of the house, he goes, that can't be good. And we ended up getting, he ended up getting a new roof because the assessment was it was just an older roof. It didn't show any signs of fatigue, but just the wear?
Right.
Is that right?
Yes, just the wear. A lot of times you get a lot of granules in your gutters, which means the shingles are deteriorating and there's a lot of wear on it. That can cause your gutters to back up and overflow with water.
That's what was happening there, too. Okay, friends, you're listening to the Eric McKenna Show, Real Estate Talking More, here on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP in Chippewa and Beaver Falls, and 1460 in Ambridge and Moon Township. My special guest today, Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing, is going to be right back with me here with, of course, the legendary Mr. Bob Fry. Join us on the other side of this break. I promise you we will be here right back. Hello, friends. This is Remaxed Advanced Realtor Eric McKenna with CallEric.com and host of Your Personal Realtor on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. I really hope you are enjoying today's show. Friends, did you know that I can be your personal realtor? That's right. If you're looking to list your home or buy a new home, call or text me today at 412-613-4466. That's 412-613-4466. Or send me an email at sold@calleric.com. That's sold@calleric.com. I just love it when listeners become clients. So why not contact me today and let me put my social media advertising to work for you. Together, we can reach your real estate goals. This is your personal realtor, Eric McKenna, with Remaxed Advanced Realtors and CallEric.com.
Join the 28th Annual Beaver County Festival of Trees in the Lodge at Brady's Run for a dazzling display of over 30 trees and wreaths. If you haven't been to the Beaver County Festival of Trees, you need to make plans this year. The Beaver County Festival of Trees is one of the most outstanding Christmas season events in the entire tri-state area. The festival opens Thanksgiving evening from 5 p.m. and is open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday noon to 9 p.m. And don't forget, Sunday, November 26th is Armed Services Appreciation Day. Admission is only $5. Enjoy the sounds of the season entertainment during the festival. Stop by Candy Cane Lane Gift Shop and choose a special holiday gift or novelty for a family member or special friend. During the festival, you can buy your favorite tree or wreath without having to attend an auction. And of course, visit the North Pole Cafe for a quick snack of traditional favorites. Snoopy, Rudolph, Frosty the Grinch, and others will be strolling throughout the festival. Enjoy an amazing outdoor lighted show and displays including a chainsaw carver and a real live reindeer on Sunday. Net proceeds benefit Children and Youth Services Advisory Board and USSR Corps. For more information and schedules, visit BeaverCountyFestivalOfTrees.org.
The Reverend Gary Hilton and the Reverend Alan Brooks of Chippewa United Methodist Church would like to cordially invite you to come join their congregation in celebrating the life of Christ every Sunday morning from 11 to 11:30 a.m. on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. The Chippewa United Methodist Church is located at 2545 Darlington Road in Beaver Falls. So if you can't make it to the service, then listen every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA to the Reverend Gary Hilton and the Reverend Alan Brooks of Chippewa United Methodist Church.
And welcome back to the Eric McKenna Show here on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. My special guest, Mr. Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing and Gutters, is here to answer your calls on the two most powerful numbers in Beaver County, 724-843-1888 and 724-774-1888. I've got Hamilton here for the whole 2 hours. Could not be more happy about that. Before we go on to Hamilton and get back into potential things to look for on, or if your house potentially needs a new roof or there's little trouble signs in your roof, we're going to talk about that with Hamilton. But before, here's some great sponsors of this show. This show could not happen with these wonderful people. That's Frags Tags in downtown Coriopolis for all your title, transfer, and notary needs. Contact Jonathan and Michelle at Frags Tags at 412-264-3018. Our go-to mortgage agent, that's Leslie Raymond with Union Home Mortgage. If you're looking for a first mortgage or a refi, Leslie is the one to call, at least in our sphere it is. She's wonderful. 412-719-5673. That's Leslie Raymond with Union Home Mortgage. NMLS 138287 and PA license number 29666. And, of course, our go-to, without question, our go-to inspector, Mr. Matt Pia and Steve Kowatic with Division 9 Home Inspections. Matt and Steve are some of the finest home inspectors in the Valley, and if you have any questions about your home, or if you decide, hey, you know what, we're not buying or selling, but I want an owner's manual to my home because I'm not quite sure I have, number one, a good assessment of the condition of it, and I want to know where all the shutoff valves are and all that good stuff, they can do that for you. That's Matt Pia and Steve Kowatic with Division 9 Home Inspection. That's 412-715-8123, or visit them at division9inspection.com. Of course, our longtime sponsor and good friend of this show, Big Bang Comics and Collectibles on Broad Street in Coriopolis, owned by Mr. Dave Bishop. That's Diamond Dave Bishop, who will be calling into this show later today with the Diamond Day special of the week. That's Big Bang Comics and Collectibles on Broad Street. Get your inner nerd out. Call Dave today at 412-259-8742, or look them up on Facebook at Big Bang Comics and Collectibles. Of course, we have a brand new sponsor to the show. Glad to have Mr. Bob Donnell with Rad Productions. That's right, Rad Productions portrait photography and photo booth. Available for any occasion or specializing in engagement photos, wedding photos, and senior portraits. You also can rent one of Rad's photo booths for your next event. That's right, a photo booth. Have some fun with that without a doubt. For more information, call Robert, or we like to call him Bobby for short, and a good friend also of Hamilton Hope over here. We all grew up together, Mr. Bob Donnell, 412-269-0592. If you tell him you heard it on this show, receive a 15% discount on any package. That's Rad Productions with portrait photography and photo booth rental. Also, look them up on Facebook, Rad Productions. And, of course, how can I forget? I would never. Mr. Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing, our go-to roofer and our guest on this show today. Over 25 years of experience in southwestern Pennsylvania with roof and gutter specialty. Give Hamilton a call anytime at 412-264-7598. Again, that's 412-264-7598. That's Hope Roofing and Gutters, or visit them online at hoperoofingandgutters.com. And last but never least, our good friend Jim Taddeo with QualityBassForLess.com. That's QualityBassForLess.com. Jim's a consistent and wonderful guest on this show. If you're thinking about a small renovation in your bathroom or an exquisite one, Jim is the guy you want a free consultation with. Trust me. QualityBassForLess.com. Jim Taddeo, 412-758-7345. Again, that's 412-758-7345. I guess I'm last but not least. Friends, I can be your personal realtor. That's right. This is Eric McKenna. You are listening to the Eric McKenna Show. If you are thinking of buying or selling real estate, or you have someone in your family or a close friend that they might need some help in that area, or you're not really quite sure who to turn to, I'd like to talk with you. There's never any fee for having conversation, explaining my marketing to you, whether you're buying again or selling, or else you can visit me at calleric.com to get a feel for my practice. Again, no fee consultation. Love to work with you. This is Eric McKenna with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors and calleric.com, and host of the Eric McKenna Show every Saturday on Beaver County Radio from 10 to noon, except today, where we've been preempted by the Aliquippa game. They lost, though. And we're here from 3 to 5, and moving right along to our good friend and guest, Mr. Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing, and Mr. Bob Fry tying it all together. Whew. I got that all out in one wind. Not bad, eh? Ham, we were talking, and I call him Ham affectionately because that's how I remember calling him as a child, Hamilton. Let me just give the number one more time, friends. This is Hamilton Hope, and if you are indeed thinking about speaking to a roofer, if you just have doubts about the quality of your roof, or you think there may be an issue, you might not need a full roof. Maybe you just need a repair. Hamilton is the one you want to speak with. It's 412-264-7598, 412-264-7598. Now, Hamilton, we were talking before the break that, there's if you have the line of sight to look on your roof, and you're mentioning things to look for naturally, I had mentioned that if there's granules in your gutters, that's a sign that there's decay of the shingle. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. We also talked about flashing, and I was mentioning off air here that we're going to discuss flashing a little bit, because that was a confusing thing for me when I was a new agent, understanding what flashing was. Now, naturally, when the roof meets a chimney, there needs to be a way to keep the water from going in the seam there.
Yes,
correct? Okay,
that's correct.
And so is it typically a metal flashing, or do they use a different kind of
Yes,
material?
it's metal.
Can you explain how that works, Sam?
Well, you usually put step flashing on before you put the counter flashing on. That gets applied on every shingle.
Okay.
And then you put the counter flashing on up the chimney. You stagger it up and across, and then you put tar on it to seal it.
Okay.
It's a good mechanism to keep your chimney from leaking.
Okay, because I know if you would go out and look at your chimney, more than likely, and you see where the
metal.
Yeah, the metal, or well, I guess I was saying if you see the shingle meets the chimney, you'll see like a stepped metal.
Yes.
A stepped metal configuration there, and
yes.
that actually is the flashing.
Yes, it is.
And to be correctly installed, it has to be tarred as well. Is that correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And we were talking also off the air. Another thing that also protrudes through the roof are, they call them the stacks, which I guess could be a toilet stack, right?
Yes.
Okay, so your toilet works correctly. It's got to have a way to relieve air in the process. Is that right?
Yes.
And that's not flashing, though. Is that a boot? Can you explain that?
Yes, that's a metal boot with a rubber flange on it, a black flange that goes around the pipe.
Okay.
The pipe vents your toilets and your sinks out of the roof. Those are something that are commonly used all the time.
Okay. Is that something also a potential area for leaks as well?
Yes. A lot of times the nails that are nailed down in the flashing back out and allows water to get up underneath. And a lot of times the rubber gasket that goes around the pipe deteriorates and cracks and splits, which allows water to run down the pipe. Okay.
And that's a huge area of concern. That may be a source of possibly water encroachment in your house that you may notice staining your roof.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a young agent working with Matt Pia, Matt and I first working together, Matt doing a lot of my home inspections for me, that came up a lot. The rubber boots, I guess, around those pipes tend to, over time, they wear.
Yes.
And that was an area that had to be corrected.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes, you would have a lot of weekend warriors that would say, hey, we'll go up and we'll fix that. And, and Hamilton will be grinning here, but, sometimes, and I believe this wholeheartedly, it's worth the money, and it's worth the consultation to have a professional take care of these things, because if it's not corrected correctly, the same problem is going to happen again.
Yes.
Is that right?
That's right, yes.
Okay.
Yes. You usually got to pull the shingles up around the pipe boot flange, and then you put the pipe boot flange over the pipe, and then you shingle up over the pipe boot flange, and you tar around the back of the pipe boot flange to make sure that it won't leak.
So it's waterproof.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so it's not as easy as just, your weekend warrior going up there and trying to pull the old boot off and jam another one back down in there.
Right.
So,
Yes.
you want things done right, friends. That's right. We're talking to Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing, my special guest here for today. Hamilton, another thing that I incurred as a young age and often was, and this is a little embarrassing, but I didn't know all the different kinds of roofs there are.
Mm-hmm.
Now before we get into the types of asphalt versus composition versus slate versus metal and all that good stuff, and even terracotta, I noticed on the traditional shingle, which I'm assuming is asphalt, there was different patterns, and I guess there was. What do they call those? Dimensional and then non-dimensional shingles. Is that correct?
Yes.
Can you give us a different explanation between the two of those?
There's 3 tab shingles out, which every 12 inches has a weep where the water runs down.
Okay. That's the tab? Is that
yes,
what you
that's the tab.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
That's the old style shingles. But throughout the years, everybody's converted over to dimensional shingles, which gives you like an old shake cedar look.
Yes.
They make your home look much better, and you get better resale on your home there.
Correct. Yes, we were going to talk about that.
Yes, yes.
Now, that's called dimensional or non-dimensional?
Dimensional.
They're called dimensional. So it's a look of shake, which if those of you are familiar, that's a traditional wooden shake.
Yes.
Okay, so that's when, friends, you can tell what a dimensional shingle is, and Hamilton, please correct me if I'm wrong, but if you look at a home and you see all the shingles on the roof, and it really looks great. I can't describe why it looks great. It just does. But there is no pattern, like a visible pattern to the layer or to the shingles. There's no pattern to it, right? It's kind of like not haphazardly, but like randomly put up there, and it gives this big random appearance.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And I remember many, many years ago, well before I was ever in the business, that was almost really a high-end thing.
Yes.
Because they were considerably more expensive than the other shingles.
Yes.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Now, have the prices kind of leveled out, or do people still ever order the regular dimensional shingles or whatever they're called?
3-tab.
Yeah, 3-tab.
Yeah, people can go with the 3-tab. They're a little bit less expensive, but the dimensional shingles, the prices have come down. It's what's most commonly used when you replace a roof.
They look great.
They look great, and they're heavier, and they hold up much for wind, better for wind.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about that for a second. We're rolling right along to shingles in general. When I put a roof on my home many, many years ago in Mount Lebanon, I had a slate roof, and I had a gentleman call me and say, hey, your slate roof needs a lot of repair. It's going to cost this amount. And at the time, my wife at the time had a brother that did roofs, one of the worst mistakes I ever made, making sure you get a professional, friends. Trust me, it's a whole nother story. When he put the roof on, he brought us 4 or 5 samples, and there was a 10-year roof and a 15-year roof and a 20-year roof. And that's a long time ago. It's 15, 20 years ago. Is it still the same, or have the guarantee years increased over time? I mean, what's a typical quality shingle guaranteed for now?
Well, you get the 30-year shingles,
30
which are
years.
pretty much 3 tabs, and then you go up in a dimensional. They can be 40, 50. What they're really selling now is like a lifetime shingle.
Lifetime?
Yes. But it prorates throughout the years for the cost on the shingles to come down if you have a repair that needs done. But it's pretty much a lifetime warranty on the shingle.
I had no idea. So you can buy lifetime shingles.
Yes.
So I only thought the only lifetime shingle was slate.
Yes.
It was rock.
Yeah.
But what I learned from having a slate roof was it needed a lot of maintenance, believe it or not, once in a while. And it was, I'll break for a little story. You'll find this funny. I buy this house in Mount Lebanon. I go to bed one evening in the first couple of months I'm living there, and I was tired. I got to bed very late. Early in the morning, I hear like a ladder, and I could swear I heard someone on my roof. But I kept sleeping. So I woke up a little later, and I still heard somebody up there. It must have been like 10:30. I wake up, and I go out the front, and a guy is coming down the ladder. And I said, "Excuse me." He goes, "Oh, how you doing?" I said, "We're all done." I said, "You're done doing what?" I mean, now I'm a novice, right? I thought maybe the township was coming to work on a power line, or they were cutting a tree down that was encroaching on my home. I didn't know. goes, yeah, we replaced 5 shingles up there. And I look and I see the guy had a roofing moniker on his pickup truck.
Mm-hmm.
I said, sir, I didn't order any replacement shingles. He goes, you didn't have a slate shingle replacement ordered today? I'm like, no, sir. So he goes out into the truck and he calls the home office, and here it was the house across the street he was supposed to put the roof on.
Yes.
So, I mean, I benefited from 8 or 9 new shingles on my home for free, which wasn't bad. But
yes,
but I guess this is a funny roofing story. It probably happens more than
yes.
than
It's happened several times with people that I know of. Yes, you got to make sure you have the right address and talk to the homeowner.
Well, I benefited in that instance, but I thought that was hysterical. But hey, I wasn't complaining.
I have one question. Just
sure, absolutely.
Ask Hamilton. Every time I look at an old slate roof, how are those secured up there? Are they glued?
It's a great question.
They're nailed down.
Nailed?
They come,
oh, my.
They come with holes pre-drilled in them, and they're nailed down onto the roof. Yes.
And you wonder how secure. I mean, putting a nail in, basically, it's like a blackboard, you know?
Well, Hamilton, let me ask you this.
That's wild.
A lot of the slate roofs are on older homes, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And let's, I'm not knocking new construction. I'm not. But when I had this house in Mount Lebanon, it was built in 1909, kind of like the house I have in Corey now, and it isn't overbuilt, but it's very sturdy.
Yes.
Those types of roofs could hold hold slate.
Yes.
Whereas a lot of the newer constructions aren't made to hold that weight. Is that correct?
Right, that's right. Because back years ago, they used like a 1x sheeting, 1x8, 1x10s, and they were real 1x1 inch.
They're 1 inch thick.
Instead of, they call 3/4 1x now, but it's not
3/4.
1 inch. Yeah.
right. 5/8 isn't even 5/8 anymore.
Right.
Still thick.
So
no, absolutely. And I always wondered, because I would go in my attic in Mount Lebanon in this home that had a slate roof, and I would look up and go, man, there's got to be a lot of weight on that roof.
Oh, yeah. They're real heavy.
And this house had a very steep pitch, too. I can't. Let's talk about that. Safety is part of it. Okay, so you get a slate roof job, and let's say it's on a. And all you roofers have numbers for pitches. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, take one of the steepest roofs that you work on, and it's slate. How do you? What are the safety precautions that you take in general? But for footing, how do you stay up there? I've always wondered that. How do you safely stay up there?
Well, a lot of times on the steep roofs, we put what you call 2x4 kickers on. You nail them onto the roof so you can walk on them.
Is that why you see the temporary 2x4s that are running like horizontally in different parts of the roof?
Yes.
Okay.
That allows you to be able to get a better grip, and you can reach and grab them to pull yourself up. Yes, but the steep roofs are very dangerous, and you got to take time and be precautious with them.
Well, there's no question about that. I mean, and you're talking to someone who doesn't have a good appreciation of heights. So I'm telling you, Ham, if you're short manpower and if it's above a ranch, I don't know if I'm going to be much help to you.
Okay, I'll keep you in mind.
No, don't keep me in mind. Friends, this is Hamilton Hope, my special guest here with Hope Roofing. We're having a good time talking roofs, and we're trying to be as informed. This is a very informative show today, Bob. There's no messing around here today. I haven't been able to, goof off. This is like straight ahead. This is the Eric McKenna Show, Real Estate Talking More on Beaver County Radio, 1230, WBVP, and 1460 WNBA, and we will be right back.
The holidays are upon us. If you're looking for a special holiday gift for that hard-to-buy-for person on your list, why not pick up a gift certificate from the Grand Valley Inn on Constitution Boulevard in Falston? Their gift certificates can be used anytime and can be purchased for any amount. They will be sure to please the discriminate diner on your list. You don't even have to leave home. Just give them a call at 724-843-9000 and they'll mail it out to you. The Grand Valley Inn serves delicious lunch and dinner choices Tuesday through Saturday, and their Sunday homestyle dinner selections bring back the feel of that traditional Sunday family dinner. The Grand Valley Inn was once again recognized by Wine Spectator magazine for having one of the best wine lists in the country. Make the Grand Valley Inn part of your holiday gift giving. Chris and the entire staff at the Grand Valley Inn send their warm holiday wishes to all of their loyal customers at all Beaver Countyans. The Grand Valley Inn, Beaver County's best kept secret in fine dining.
Welcome to Huntington. How can I help you?
Hi, I may have accidentally overdrafted my account. What can I do?
As a Huntington customer, you get 24-hour grace if your account is overdrawn. Just make a deposit by the end of the next day to make it right. Then we'll waive the overdraft fees.
That's perfect. Do other banks do that?
Let's call one and find out.
Thanks for calling the bank that cares that you think we care about you.
Hi, so if I overdrafted by mistake, What can I do?
I'm here to help. Just pay a $35 fee, and you're done.
$35. Can't I just put more money in to cover it?
I can see your $35 is important to you. Don't worry, we'll take good care of it. We have climate-controlled vaults.
Most banks say they care, but Huntington is the only bank that has 24-hour grace if you overdraft. It's just another way we're looking out for you. Welcome to Huntington, one of Money Magazine's best banks in America. Money Magazine is a registered trademark of Time Inc. 24-hour grace does not apply to return fees. Learn more at huntington.com/grace. Member FDIC.
WBVP and WNBA invite you to tune in to Sounds of Faith. Tune in Sunday mornings from 7 until 9 as WBVP and WNBA present Sounds of Faith, a mix of the best sacred music of all time. Sounds of Faith is brought to you by Crawford Tire in Beaver, City Rescue Mission, Life Beaver County, MRS Physical Therapy, the William Murphy Funeral Home Incorporated, and Rome Monument and Inspirational Gifts. Sounds of Faith, uplifting, relaxing, and inspiring radio. Sunday mornings from 7 until 9 on WBVP and WNBA.
Okay, we are back on the Eric McKenna Show on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WNBA. And we're having a good time, right, Bob? Yes, we are. I am here with Mr.
Informative.
Bob. Informative. We were just talking off camera how informative this show has been today, which is, not that we don't like to have fun, because we do, and Hamilton's a fun guy, but, we're trying to be all business. Hamilton's making me look really good today. No, really. I mean, he's, this is. You want to come back next week?
No, you're doing a great job.
Thank you, friend. I appreciate it. This is show number 61 of this little science experiment, which started many, many moons ago. I'll always be indebted to Mr. Mark Peterson, the grand poobah of Beaver County Radio. He is the general manager, but he's also the owner. I know he doesn't like to talk about that, but he is. He's wonderful. Him and his wife gave me an opportunity to be on this station, and I have to thank Mr. Frank Sparks, Sir Frank, for helping me create this show. We've gone through a couple name changes. That's to make sure all the legal wrangling is taken care of. But we've settled in on the Eric McKenna Show because this is a little bit of a variety show. We do talk a lot of things, real estate and more. And today, because of this fine gentleman next to me, we are staying on topic and we're doing our best to be informative. And we're talking about a big part of the real estate process for a lot of buyers. And that simply is roofing. When I take a buyer to look at a house, Hamilton, one of the things that I'm sure you know this, a home seller has to fill out a seller disclosure.
Yes.
It's 9 pages long, and there's a good section on there about the roof, and it's really vital that there's honesty, integrity on those seller disclosures.
Yes.
And, knock on laminated here, in my experience as a buyer's agent and a seller's agent, people are generally very, very honest. Now, not always completely honest. So, a home inspector will come in once they're under agreement to represent the buyer, and they'll outline issues with the house. Now that I've done dozens and dozens and well over 100, 150 buyer deals in my career, you get to the point where as an agent, you can go in even on the first showing and you kind of get some hints that, something might be right, might be wrong. Since the last theme has been, potential issues that you can have with your roof, and we mentioned looking up and seeing a water stain. That's a natural issue. But let's talk a little bit about ice damming, because that's one of the things as an agent now I really am skilled at looking for, because I've been explained and I've seen the damage it can do.
Yes.
Correct me if I am wrong in my definition. When you hear the word ice damming, it means that there might be a slope to the lower part of your roof moving into the gutter where ice may sit and collect. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, and explain why that is bad.
Well, it's bad because when the ice thaws out, it can push back up your roof 2 or 3 foot. That's why they make a product called Ice and Water Shield now, which helps prevents that. You also should have a drip edge over your roof to allow the shingles to extend out a couple inches over the roof. But they make better material to use nowadays for that kind of stuff there.
Okay. So the drip edge, is it actual, what is that? A long strip that you mount below the shingle, or how's that work?
It's a long metal strip that you put on the bottom edge of the roof.
Okay.
Then you put your ice guard over top of that to keep the water from going up behind the drip edge.
Okay.
Yes.
So if your house unfortunately doesn't have those, say it's an older house, and you notice this winter that you do have a collection of snow and ice towards your gutters, maybe 3, 4, 5 feet up on your roof, what kind of repair do you do in that instance? If someone calls you in and say, hey, we have ice damming, it's been identified as ice damming, Hamilton, number one, can you confirm this? And if it is, can you fix it for us? What's the process there?
The process is you go up there and evaluate what the problem is. Then you make a decision to try to correct the problem, which you normally would be pull a couple feet of shingles off along the front edge of the roof. And if there's no ice guard down there, you would put ice guard down on the front edges of the roof.
Okay.
And then you would install new shingles over it.
Okay. Now, you can't, generally in a repair like that, you wouldn't reuse the old shingles. Is that right?
No. We would replace them with new shingles to try to match pretty close to the old shingles.
Okay. Speaking about repairs, oftentimes I've heard this from different people that know they need a new roof. Oftentimes my sellers, they say, well, half the cost of this roof quote that I got from XYZ company, Eric, is tearing the old roof off. And then, I don't see why they just can't put the new roof right over top of the old roof. I mean, that would save me all this labor and the disposal charge of the shingles.
Mm-hmm.
And just on the premise of that, it can't be good. That can't be good. Explain to me why that's not a good idea.
Well, it deteriorates the life expectancy on the shingles because the shingles don't breathe as much.
Okay.
And if the shingles are not flat down on the first layer, when you put shingles over top of it, it allows the shingles that are getting put over top of it to lift up. Most of the time, you don't put shingles over top of shingles. You try to take them off.
You've seen that done before, though, right?
Yes. I had instances where customers have requested that, and I pretty much told them I wouldn't like to do that.
Sure.
And I try to take them off all the time.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And what I would think, too, just like you mentioned the aspect of breathing, and a roof does have to breathe. Is that correct? I mean, if it doesn't breathe, there's condensation trapped in the house. And I've gone into homes, not often, but on occasion, where you'd go in and you'd look at the what do you call it? The sheathing, the actual wooden sheathing, which is basically the wooden part of the roof.
Yes.
And you can see huge water spots, and sometimes mold can actually get in there over time too, and that's another whole problem. But I couldn't imagine going over an old roof with the same type of tile would be a good idea.
No, that's not a good idea to do.
Well, we're going to talk about steel roofs too, but what's the odds of putting a steel roof over an old existing roof? Is that the same hazard?
No, you can do that because you put down like 1x4 down to fasten the panels.
Like a framing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You lay them on the roof and nail them down or screw them down.
Okay.
Or you can use a metal track that you mount to the roof, and it usually sits up off the roof a couple inches, so that allows the roof to breathe.
Okay, so that can be done. It's a cost saving. Okay, so if Bob calls you to put a metal roof on his house, would you still suggest that the old tile be taken off first? Is that the better way to go?
Yes, that is the better way to go.
Okay,
that way you can inspect the roof wood, make sure it's not bad.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, so if you have a roofing problem, that even if it isn't apparent on the outside looking in, you may have it on the inside with the sheathing. It could be rotted and so forth. And if you put a metal roof over there, that's great that you now have a metal roof, but you haven't eliminated all that mold and that decayed wood under there and things like that.
That's
as well.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, I think it's really interesting too, Hamilton, because a lot of times when people think about roof and roof repairs, it seems like they only concentrate on the shingles and the cost of putting them up, putting them down. And what I've noticed is when it comes to repairs, oftentimes the shingles aren't the area that needs the big repair. You may have some pulling once in a while. It's the sheathing underneath that is decayed, that is sagged, that maybe has mold issues. Maybe it wasn't installed right in the begin with.
That's correct.
And so it's more than just plopping new shingles up there.
Yes, that's correct. We usually take the roof down to the wood and inspect the wood, replace any bad wood, and then we put ice guard over the front edges of the roof and put tar paper over it. But you should have your wood inspected, because if you nail shingles over bad roofs, the nails are gonna back out, or you're gonna have a sag in your roof at some point.
And that is why, friends, you want a roofing professional to work on your home, not a weekend warrior or your cousin Freddie's best friend down the street. You want Hamilton Hope. That's right, with Hope Roofing. Call him today, 412-264-7598. That's Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing, our go-to roofer on the Eric McKenna Show. And trust me, I'm a realtor professional. We'll be right back.
Your favorite team might be getting ready for the playoffs, but the real postseason that has everyone making special plans is payoff season. And it's going on right now at Falcone's Moon Township family of dealerships. That's right, regardless of how much you owe on your existing car, Falcone's Moon Township Honda, Hyundai, Mazda, and Ford will pay it off when you trade up to a new vehicle with approved credit right now during payoff season. Even if you barely limped into payoff season with a car that is on its last legs, you can pick out a new vehicle from among over 200 cars, trucks, and minivans of all makes and models on display right now at Falcone's Moon Township family of dealerships, located on University Boulevard across from Robert Morris. Click and save with a visit to moonauto.com. The big difference is, unlike playoff season, there are no losers. Payoff season is happening right now at Falcone's Moon Township family of dealerships. Make this season count. Let's get another championship ring or at least a new key ring for your new set of keys during payment payoff season right now at Falcone's Moon Township family of dealerships.
Hello, friends. This is Remaxed Advanced Realtor Eric McKenna with CallEric.com and host of Your Personal Realtor on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. I really hope you are enjoying today's show. Friends, did you know that I can be your personal realtor? That's right. If you're looking to list your home or buy a new home, call or text me today at 412-613-4466. That's 412-613-4466. Or send me an email at sold@calleric.com. That's sold@calleric.com. I just love it when listeners become clients. So why not contact me today and let me put my social media advertising to work for you. Together, we can reach your real estate goals. This is your personal realtor, Eric McKenna, with Remaxed Advanced Realtors and CallEric.com.
She is more than just someone I do errands with.
He's more than just a companion. He's a friend.
She's more than someone who needs reminders.
She's more than a client. She's my friend, and I enjoy being with her.
She is definitely more than someone that just drives me to my appointments.
She's a friend. I learn a lot from her. She's just a great companion to be with.
She's like a daughter. She's like family to me.
She's someone I love to laugh with.
I'll just take him out for a drive in the country and be in a natural setting.
She's the reason to get out of bed and get moving.
When we're out and about and doing things together, it's just something I really look forward to.
I take her to doctor appointments, but we do so much more.
Without her as my senior companion, I wouldn't be able to get out of my house.
You can help make independence a reality. Join Senior Corps Senior Companions at seniorcorps.gov.
Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
Okay, and welcome back to the Eric McKenna Show on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. And I'm here today with the incomparable Mr. Bob Fry, producing this show, my guest producer. And I got a special guest in studio. That's right, our good friend Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing. We're talking all things roofing here and taking your calls at 724-843-1888 and 724-774-1888, the two most powerful numbers in all of Beaver County. Do the call.
Yes, here we go.
Hi, you're on with Eric McKenna.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
I heard a little bit in the car radio. I wasn't listening real specific and only caught a few things.
Okay.
But I called up to offer my opinion. I heard you talking about dimensional versus street tab shingles.
Yes.
And I know your show is limited time, but it goes way deeper than you first approached it. I mean, shingles and the thickness and the years that they will guarantee things goes a long way. There's dimensional shingles, but there are literally probably a dozen dimensional shingle types and thicknesses that go up. The second thing that caught my attention was the nail over thing. I'm just offering my opinion, but it is based on 40 years experience in residential and commercial construction.
Sure.
I would never nail over anything, including tin. I heard a gentleman say about not nailing down the one-by strips, and that is the way to apply the tin roof. But when you do that, you have no way of checking your sheeting before. I need to take the old roof off. I would tell the customer I need to see exactly what you have under there. even if it's not rotted, it could need re-nailed. If it doesn't need re-nailed, you still have shingles on there for the next, hopefully 50 years with a metal roof that the heat is continuing to deteriorate, and those strips will eventually loosen up or at least get wobbly with heat contraction and expansion. So that's just 2 points that I'd like to offer, and I'll hang up and listen to what you have to say. I could be right, I could be wrong. I'll let you decide that, but more importantly, the homeowners should be able to decide that. Have a good day, guys.
Thank you so much. That was a very good call, and I think that you're right in line with Hamilton. Hamilton, your preference, as you mentioned on air, was that you'd rather have the homeowner take the roof off.
Yes.
In every instance,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you're putting asphalt over asphalt.
Yes.
But and Hamilton said if it's a cost issue and the homeowner insists on doing it, then you can put a metal roof over an existing roof. It's just it's probably not the best long-term way to go, and I think that's what our caller.
That's correct. Yes, he made some very good points.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we're all in agreement. We definitely agree. And it does come down to the homeowner, but then, it's the same thing, Hamilton, I'm sure that you face at times that I face, and that is, we go there wanting to please the client.
That's correct.
And while our industries are slightly different, the end is we want a client that's going to think positively of us at all times based upon the quality of our work. Mm-hmm. Referrals are a big part of your business, I know, and they're a big part of my business. But in the end, if we're being asked to do something that we know is not, whether you can use the word ethical or in the best interest of the client, sometimes we have to take a stand.
Yes.
I mean, and I know you have done it, and you don't want to walk away from a job, but you do your best to explain why you're so vehemently against doing a certain thing.
Yes.
And I have walked away from certain listings, certain buyers that, not often, but on occasion, that just are asking things of me that I can't do ethically or even morally. So we want to do the best for people, but we're not going to, either one of us, go do shabby work for anybody.
That's right. Yes.
I know this man here will never do that. And 1 minute left. Boy, this has been a fast hour. Probably the most informative hour ever on this show. Friends, you're listening to the Eric McKenna Show. That's right. I'm a realtor with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors, and we speak a lot of real estate on here, and it's a variety show, but have a lot of fun. And today we're talking about roofing and why that's important to you. We have a great guy today, Hamilton Hope, in studio from Hope Roofing. You can reach Hamilton at 412-264-7598. He's our go-to roofer. And now we're headed, I believe, to the news. Is that right?
Town Hall.
Oh, Town Hall News. All right.
20 seconds.
Okay, here we go. I think I have it, Bob. You're listening to Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. And now it is time for Town Hall News. Okay, we're back. This is the Eric McKenna Show on Beaver County Radio every Saturday from 10 to noon with a special time today from 3 to 5 because of the big Aliquippa Quaker Valley football game down at Heinz Field, which had the incredible score of 2-0 with Quaker Valley coming out on top. That's a surprise. That was a surprise. So they didn't cancel me for the day, which was great. They just pushed me back to 3 to 5, which is great. Great, and thank you for giving us a part of your Saturday. My special guest who was scheduled for this show, Mr. Hamilton Hope, was kind enough to rearrange his schedule as well from 10 to noon to enable him to be here from 3 to 5. Hamilton, thank you, sir. This has been a very good show.
Thank you very much.
Having a lot of fun.
Yes.
We're talking roofing, and we encourage you to call in with any questions on roofing or any experiences. We had a prior caller that raised a very, very good point and echoed what Hamilton had said as well, that, Hamilton's preference always is to remove the bad roof and go replace it with a new roof, whether that is composition, asphalt, or indeed metal. Absolutely. Yes. But that's a great call. Thank you. We encourage you, the two most powerful numbers in Beaver County, 724-843-1888 and 724-774-1888. You can be part of this show. This is the Eric McKenna Show, real estate talk and more. I am a realtor with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors out of Swickley and Robinson Township, but I work all over southwestern Pennsylvania, and a good part of my business is right here in Beaver County. I can be your personal realtor, and I'd love that opportunity to talk to you about any real estate concerns you have, whether you're thinking of buying or selling, whether you're upgrading your home, maybe you're downgrading because I know I'm reaching this point myself, Hamilton. I'm ready to downsize.
Yes.
If you have family that's buying their first home, any kind of concerns, even if you just have questions on the process. I love talking real estate, and you hear it every Saturday here, but I can talk to you personally, and I'd be glad to. My personal number to reach me is 412-613-4466. Very easy. 412-613-4466. You can call or text me anytime. And I encourage you to visit my website, which is calleric.com. Again, it's calleric.com. Lots there. I've got a video series that I do with another great realtor in Minneapolis. It's a podcast for first-time home buyers. I have a 1-minute video series called The McKenna Minute, where we just talk about some quick real estate tips, just to give you some things to think about. And my overall philosophies on real estate are there. It'll give you an idea on how I do marketing. I do a lot of Facebook advertising. I'm very big on social media and bringing extra eyeballs to your house when you list with me. It helps sell the property. It's helped my clients, and it can help you too. If I can be of service, I'd love to be your personal realtor, and it's 412-613-4466. Again, 412-613-4466, or just check my website out at calleric.com. And again, thank you for giving us this time today and part of your Saturday and every Saturday here on the Eric McKenna Show. Hamilton, we talked about a lot of subjects here. We kind of talked in detail about, before we went to break, was that there's certain things that you insist upon, informing your clients, hey, if you want me to do a quality job, these are the things I need from you, Mr. Customer. I need you to give me the approval to do this kind of work because this is what's going to serve you best. And the same thing with the realtor. We've walked away on occasion from jobs that weren't, either going to be safe for our clients or, aren't our best practice. Doesn't happen very often.
Right.
But doing excellence is the key all the time. I've known Hamilton for a long time. He's done a lot of my clients' work. He's probably he is a very comfortable sponsor for me of this show because I can personally vouch. I mean personally vouch for his work. There's a lot of radio shows out there and a lot of radio stations that take advertisement dollars. And, that's not what I do here. I want to help Hamilton and also explain to people, hey, there are great contractors out there. And the people that sponsor this show are people that I know personally, and they've been vetted out. These are great, great people. And if you need a great roofer and someone is going to be honest with you, and more importantly, he's coming to you to help solve a problem. Maybe you just have a question. Maybe it's a repair you need. He's not going to put a whole new roof on your house if he just needs a repair. And that's integrity.
Yes.
And for that, sir, I appreciate that. We were talking before the break also with Bob Fry, the kinds of materials for roofing. And on the seller disclosures, oftentimes it'll ask the home seller, what type of roof do you have? And I noticed oftentimes these two terms were interchangeable a lot, Hamilton, and it was asphalt and composition. So quickly, can you explain the differences between an asphalt shingle and a composition shingle for our audience?
Yes, asphalt shingles are pretty much made out of tar, and composition are compressed particles that are all different material that they compress together to make the roof.
Like a particle board kind of thing? Or?
It can be various kind of chemicals that they use and stuff like that.
Okay, so generally, the composition is it's a lower grade as opposed to asphalt generally?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a lower grade shingle as opposed, and so obviously a preference in terms of a quality roof, you would tend to lean toward an asphalt shingle over composition.
Yes.
Okay. We've also talked a little bit about slate off the air here, and on the air. I had a slate roof, so I can speak from experience. They're interesting. They do last forever. They're very heavy, and they're difficult to work with. Is that correct?
Yes, that is
okay,
correct.
and you have installed slate roofs in your career.
Yes, I have.
So Bob Fry had a very interesting question, like how do the slate roofs stay up there? I mean, this is stone. So what Hamilton's saying is they actually, the slate tiles themselves have a pre-drilled holes in there. Is that correct?
Yes.
So that has to be machine drilled then,
yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And that has to be careful too, because I'd imagine if you're drilling into stone, it can crack apart.
Yes.
Okay, so they come that way, and then they are actually nailed down.
Yes.
With a roofer's nail? Is that what
yes.
it's called? Okay, see, I'm learning, sir. We have a phone call?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, you're on with Eric McKenna.
Hey, it's Diamond Dave.
Hey, Dave Bishop with Diamond Dave Bishop with Big Bang Comics and Collectibles. How are you, my friend?
Oh, hanging in there, eating some pizza, drawing in the customers.
That's always good.
Yeah, that's always good. Say hello to Hamilton.
Hey, Hamilton, how's it going?
I'm going pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing just swell.
He's always doing
good.
great. Dave's always doing great. All right, Dave, Big Bang Comics and Collectibles in Swickley. All right, what's the Diamond Day special of the week, friend?
We are doing $5 for all in-stock Walking Dead figures.
All Walking Dead figures in stock, $5 this week.
That's right.
$5, that's it?
$5. We're moving them out.
Oh, my goodness.
And we've got the good ones. We've got Daryl and Rick and Michonne and all the people, all the main characters. So it's not, the people that you never see.
The hottest TV show in the land, The Walking Dead.
That's right.
All characters, $5.
$5.
$5 at Big Bang Comics and Collectibles, and you don't even have to remember my name. Just say, I heard that on that radio show, that guy on the radio. Just say, hey, Dave, I heard you were on the radio, and some guy out there, and you have $5 figurines, right?
That's right. The one guy was talking to the other guy and said something about a deal.
All right, Walking Dead figures, $5 at Big Bang Comics and Collectibles. Just tell them you heard it on the radio. You don't have to. If you can remember my name, I'd be flattered. Dave will then tell me, and I will feel good about myself. So hey, if you can remember Eric McKenna's show, great. If not, just say I heard it on the radio.
That'll work.
And you'll honor. Fair enough. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate it. That's Diamond Dave Bishop with Big Bang Comics and Collectibles. And I'll see you soon, my friend.
All right. Talk to you later.
Take care. All right. There we go. Back to roofing talk with Hamilton Hope. So, okay, we talked about composition roof as a lower grade roof. Asphalt shingles generally non-dimensional, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and they can go 20, 30, 40 years and lifetime. Is that correct?
Yes, they're pretty much 25, 30 years for the 3-tab.
Okay.
And the dimensionals are pretty much lifetime.
Okay, so let's talk colors for a second. I know this because Hamilton is working with a very good friend of mine. I went up the other day and there was a bunch of samples there, and I said, Hamilton's been here. And so they had the Jim and Tina. They had the samples all laid out on the wall, splayed along a wall, and asking my opinion. And then they realized Eric's pretty much colorblind. This is a waste of time. But I could not believe, though, the amount of colors. I mean, is this a newer phenomenon? I mean, there's so many options and colors now?
Yes, there's so many multicolored shingles that it makes your house look more beautiful. It's a great thing to have out now.
It is, and it's and they were being very particular about what they wanted to put on there, and I was just amazed that there was that many options, which is a great thing.
Yes,
that's a great thing. I mean, so I remember being young, and it was like, here are your options, friends. There might be a beige. There was like a couple of different shades of gray, and like a charcoal,
green and white.
Okay, green and white.
Yes, surf green.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is that still popular?
No.
No. Now there's plenty of options for you in roof colors as well, which that was another great thing too. Let's talk about metal roofing for a second. Now, what I've noticed is when I do see metal roofs on houses and commercial establishments, as a matter of fact, my very good friends John and Connie Atkinson, I have a listing right now in Highland Park. They have a unbelievable Victorian home that we are listing. They had a metal roof put on their front porch to complement it all, and they had it wasn't bright red; it was like a dark burgundy, but very bright though. And in the aerial shots, because I do a lot of walkthrough videos in my presentation, I do walkthrough videos that use drone, and we really present your house in a really good way. Whole nother story, but in this drone video, you can see it at my website, calleric.com. As the drone lifts off, you get a really great view of this metal roof, and I'll tell you, man, they're impressive looking.
Yes, they are.
They are.
Yes.
They really are.
Yes, they really set your house off. Yes,
and especially, and he's got a complement of a more traditional roof on the actual roof, but then again, this wraparound porch has this metal roof, and I'll tell you. Again, I don't know if the colors I'm seeing are the same colors everybody else is seeing, but it's impressive. And are you seeing more and more residential homes opting for metal roofs?
Yes, I have been seeing that.
Okay.
There's several colors. There's like green, white, red.
White?
Brown, yes.
A white metal roof?
Burgundy,
wow.
yes. And you can special order colors. But it's a great product to have out, and it's very helpful with the life of your roof, yes.
Huh. How about that? And Bob, you were asking earlier. I mean, it's the thing now you're seeing.
Yes. Special type of paint? Are they painted
they're
or
already
sealed?
Yes,
they're already sealed.
Painted and sealed. Yes, yes.
So is it really relatively then low maintenance? Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Metal roofing. I got to give that a shot here. Well, actually, I hope my wife's not listening. No, forget about the metal roof, Natalie.
Yes.
Forget about that.
Yeah, you're seeing them a lot more on residential homes.
Okay.
Usually it was like big buildings and
Like, yeah,
farmhouses, commercial buildings, farmhouses.
How long have they been in existence? Just recently?
The metal
yeah,
roof?
metal.
Yeah, for residentials, would you say?
Probably about 30 years,
That long?
20,
Wow.
30 years,
Wow.
but they're becoming more common now. I mean, you would see them here and there on outskirts of different areas, but now they're pretty common.
Okay.
Yes.
I have relatives in Arizona, and I visited them a few times in my life. Beautiful homes out there. They've got a tremendous home in a tremendous neighborhood, and I was always fascinated by the roofs out there. It's that southwestern motif.
Yes.
And I'm guessing those are terracotta.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And I guess occasionally you will see a home outfitted with terracotta here in western Pennsylvania. It's probably rare.
Yes.
Have you ever worked with those before?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Any impressions on those?
They're very, very heavy and tough to work with, but when the job's done, it turns out it looks nice.
Now, are they a lifetime roof?
Yes, they are.
They are.
Yes.
Okay. Help me understand. What is that material? Is it a form of cement? Is it a?
It's like a clay material, cement and clay mix.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm guessing that there's a multiple color schemes in there as well.
Yes, there is. Yes.
Okay. Let me ask you this: how do they mount? How do you mount those?
Well,
how do you mount those?
The same way you mount any shingle, you nail them down. They have locking mechanisms where they lock in, interlock, and then you nail them down on the top of them.
Huh.
Yes.
So you're saying that the part that you can see, which is that like the half soup can, look,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes.
But on the top of that, there's actually a tab.
Yes, on the sides of them, there's tabs where they interlock, so that it doesn't allow the roof to leak.
But each one is nailed down to the roof.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm sure it's a system to
Yes.
watch those go up there. Now, those are a little heavier, bringing those up the ladder.
Yes,
aren't
it
they?
is. Yes, they're very heavy.
Yes, I can imagine.
Very time consuming to do a roof like that.
Are the metal roofs lighter though than traditional shingles to work with?
No, they're pretty much heavier. Yes.
They are heavy.
Yes.
Okay. I just didn't know if it was, so is it, let me ask you this, is it aluminum? Is it stainless steel? I mean, what is the material?
They're metal, pretty much metal.
Okay.
Sometimes you can get some with stainless steels, but they're metal. There's different gauges you can get it in.
So they're probably rust proofed by the coating that's put on them in the paint.
Yes, and sealed. Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's move along a little bit here. This is Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing, our go-to roofer. You can reach Hamilton anytime to talk about your roofing needs at 412-264-7598. That's 412-264-7598. That's Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing. Oftentimes, his lovely wife Jody will answer the phone because Hamilton's probably on a roof somewhere. But call them with any concerns you have. There's never a fee for a consultation at all. That's Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofings, or visit them at hoperoofingandgutters.com. This is the Eric McKenna Show on Beaver County Radio. We'll be right back.
There's a place where you'll find everything to make your Thanksgiving and the holidays that follow more comfortable and convenient. Shopping at Beaver County Fruit Markets is fun and festive. Located in Beaver Falls and Monaca, it's a pleasant alternative to the crowded supermarket shopping you're used to. Shop for delicious fruit baskets, baked goods, pumpkins, and farm fresh produce. Make your holidays easier and order one of Beaver County Fruit Market's delicious meat and cheese or veggie and tidbit trays. Preparing your Thanksgiving feast has never been easier. You'll find much of the produce you'll need for your holiday meal, like fresh cranberries, potatoes, sweet potatoes, and don't forget to pick up apples for your apple pies and apple cider. Pumpkin rolls too. It's easy, it's fast, and it's fun. Beaver County Fruit in Beaver Falls and Monaca.
Hello, friends. This is Remaxed Advanced Realtor Eric McKenna with CallEric.com and host of Your Personal Realtor on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. I really hope you are enjoying today's show. Friends, did you know that I can be your personal realtor? That's right. If you're looking to list your home or buy a new home, call or text me today at 412-613-4466. That's 412-613-4466. Or send me an email at sold@calleric.com. That's sold at calleric.com. I just love it when listeners become clients. So why not contact me today and let me put my social media advertising to work for you. Together, we can reach your real estate goals. This is your personal realtor, Eric McKenna, with Remaxed Advanced Realtors and calleric.com.
Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBBP and 1460 WMBA.
Okay, welcome back to the Eric McKenna Show on Beaver County Radio, here every Saturday from 10 to noon, at a special time today at 3 to 5. I am here, as always, with a wonderful Beaver County Radio producer, and today it happens to be the incomparable Mr. Bob Fry. Thank you, sir, for doing this for me.
My pleasure. Very interesting today. No doubt about it.
It is interesting, and our special guest is my personal friend, full disclosure always here, personal friend, and our go-to roofer, hands down, end of story. Our go-to roofer, Mr. Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing and Gutters. 25 plus years in southwestern Pennsylvania, taking care of customers, making people happy. And that's what we do in real estate, is make people happy. So naturally, I'm attracted to Hamilton and the quality of work he does, and it's great to have him on the show. We've talked about a bunch of subjects, and we still have some great time left on our 2-hour program here. You can join the fun at 724-843-1888 or 724-774-1888, Beaver County's 2 most powerful numbers, and they belong right here to Beaver County Radio. We encourage you to call in and join. We are live on Facebook on my personal and business page. It's been populated all day. Thank you so much. That means a lot. We also are video recording this with 2 cameras for posterity, and it will be on my website at calleric.com. This is show number 61 of the Eric McKenna Show, and that in and of itself is amazing. Can't do it without the wide area coverage audience here at Beaver County Radio and your loyalty and support that has kept this show on the air, and, of course, our Facebook Live friends all throughout the world who take some time out of their Saturdays to join us, whether it's a minute, 5, or the whole 2 hours. I'm flattered and humbled every week. Hamilton, we've talked about a variety of subjects here. We spent some time on the types of roofs, the safety that you insist upon for your workers, which is a huge benefit to me. I think that speaks volumes about the kind of work you do. We're going to talk and move this to gutters here in a little bit, but I want to talk a little bit also about the fact that you are one of the few roofers I've ever met that works year-round.
Yes, got to pay the bills, so you got to get out there in the bad weather.
Yes. So Hamilton Hope Roofing, he works year-round. He works in the snow, and I know you work in the snow, the heavy snow, because I will tell you this. About a year ago, I left the station here in a snowstorm, and I drove through. I had to show a home, and it was in Hopewell. And I'm driving down in Hopewell, and I don't remember the street, and your whole crew was up on and I was a ranch. Thank goodness it was only one. And I slowed down, I'm waving, beeping, and you were like, "Who is that?" And then you said, "That's McKenna." So I started to wait. I didn't want to bother him. He was on a roof in a bloody snowstorm. Mm-hmm. I was stunned that you were out there putting a roof on.
Yes.
I was stunned.
Yes.
And I remember the tarps. You had massive tarps up there. And I can't say I remember the whole operation, but I think you had 4 guys there and yourself. And Hamilton's, hey, you'll see Hamilton on a roof. He's not one of these owners that just doesn't work. Hamilton works as well, and he's there with his crew. But I just was stunned that day that you were out there putting a roof on.
Yes, we try to work in all kinds of weather and conditions. A lot of time in the winter, before we go do a job, we'll go tarp it off just in case to keep the frost off, or snow or rain. Got to pay the bills, got to keep the guys working, but safety comes first. We pick and choose our good days with our bad days. Watch the weather temperature, make sure it's not too cold to put the shingles down, because a lot of times you'll shoot right through them with a roofing gun because
Certainly.
the shingles are brittle. But a lot of times we use torpedo heaters, and we'll close
to
it.
heat the shingles?
Yes, to keep them.
Wow.
Because sometimes they come frozen in the wintertime with water and moisture in the packets, and sometimes they come stuck together, so we have to heat them up if we're going to work and get the water and ice off of them.
Oh, there's a lot more to it than I even knew.
Yes.
Wow. And wow, Hamilton is echoing that, hey, he works year-round. And let's face it, friends, if you have a roofing issue, this roofing issue, especially if it has to do with water seepage and water infiltration, you can't wait till the spring. This is something you may have to address. And here is a roofer that will do work in the inclement weather. Now, certainly, there's a certain level of weather that if it hits during the middle of a job, you've got to take a day or 2 off to make sure, for safety reasons alone.
Yes. Safety comes first. Got to make sure the guys are always safe. got to be comfortable up there working. We like to be safe. I talk about safety every day. That's the best thing you can do is have safety meetings and talk about stuff and make sure the guys are well informed.
Absolutely. But again, this is a roofer, friends, Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing, who will indeed work in the winter. Now, it kind of echoes, Hamilton, what I tell my clients too. In the days before the internet, which I'm saying, let's say 1995 and before, real estate was done much different. You probably remember this because we are at the age we are. But you probably remember you used to go and it was the big books, the MLS books, and you sit in there with a realtor and they would turn these weekly books that were very thick and it had all the details. Now everybody is so into it. They're surfing from their couch. They're laying in bed on their phones looking at Zillow and Realtor.com and Remax.com. So the internet has flattened out the seasons. Now, are there seasons? There's probably a slight difference between, November and maybe March or April. But I will tell you, my experience is I am busy year-round. I love the work in the winter, and I'm a realtor that if you're interested in buying a home and you don't want to wait till the spring, I'm the realtor that'll take you out. And if I can be of help to you and be your personal realtor, it's 412-613-4466. I am Eric McKenna, a realtor with Remax Advanced Realtors out of Swickley and Robinson, but I work all through southwestern PA, and I'll do a lot of work in Beaver County. If you need help in that regard, and it's inclement weather, I am the realtor that'll take you out. We're not afraid of the snow, and I know this guy, Mr. Hamilton Hope, is not afraid of the snow either.
Yes, that's correct.
You got to pay the bills, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Year-round.
Yeah.
This is a roofer that works year-round. Okay, we were talking about the different kinds of roof. We talked a little bit about pitch. Now, we're not going to talk hard money here. I don't, on my show, ever talk about my commission structure or anything. I do that because I'm regulated. You probably don't have those kind of regulations, but we're not here to talk about price per hour or anything. But correct me if I'm wrong, part of the pricing structure is the level of difficulty that you have with the roof. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And I'm guessing the pitch of the roof is part of that.
Yes. If it's steeper pitch, it takes longer to get up there and work and move around and install the shingles. You got to set up, a lot of times you got to set up roof jacks and put planks on there, which are like 2x8 planks to stand on and walk around up there.
For safety.
Yes, for
naturally.
Safety. Yes, and it's time consuming, very time consuming.
Okay, so when you're getting a quote on your roof, generally speaking, if you've got a ranch with a very low pitch, meaning it's not that steep, your costs maybe for the same size roof might be less than your neighbor across the street who has the same area,
yes,
right, but is steeper pitch.
Yes, that's correct.
And that could be some of the pricing differences. Okay, yes, yeah. I'm learning, my friend. I'm learning here. I'm becoming more dangerous as a realtor every day. I learn.
That's
electrical
good.
roofing. It's all important. I feel it's important as a realtor to have a good working knowledge of everything that I can get my hands on, because as long as I'm not speaking out of school or speaking as an expert, the general information helps my clients, and then I can point them into the direction to professionals such as yourself to get work done or get professional opinions as well.
That's
so
correct.
I'm always I try to absorb as much as I possibly can. Then again, my dad was an electrician. I didn't have any choice.
That's right.
And you know that personally.
He's a good guy. Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Excellent man.
Thank you very much.
And you have a great mom, too.
Thank you. Yes. Cheryl's probably listening, so we love you, Mom.
Yes, we do.
Okay. Okay. The composition of roof, we've talked about slate, which is rarer. We talked about terracotta, which is very rare. We've talked about metal roofing, which is becoming more popular. But right now it's pretty much asphalt dimensional shingles. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's the main shingle that people are going for. You're saying that life expectancy on these shingles generally was it 30, 40 in lifetime?
Yes.
Is there three breakdowns typically?
Yes, pretty much. Yes.
Is there a big price difference between the three?
It varies on the manufacturer. If it's GAF, Owens Corning, or Tamco, the prices may vary, but they're pretty much competitive.
Do you have any preference of manufacturer at all? Like, do you lean toward one manufacturer over another?
I like using GAF and Owens Corning.
Any particular reasons?
Because they have the best warranty on them, and I've had the best success using them.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, who might argue, right?
Right.
I'm just the host. Okay, friends. We'll do a little housekeeping here, because this show is sponsored by some great people. Again, this show is sponsored by our good friends at Frags Tags, located in downtown Coraopolis, for all your title, notary, and transfer needs. You can contact Jonathan or Michelle at Frags Tags at 412-264-3018. Please tell them I sent you. Wonderful people. They are the go-to notary service for your personal realtor, Eric McKenna. And I do use them for remote closings, and they've just been phenomenal. And they treat their customers great. And as Hamilton and I can attest, that's how you do good business, taking care of people.
That's right.
All
Customer satisfaction is the best thing.
Absolutely. And that's what our list of sponsors indeed are, and including Miss Leslie Raymond with Union Home Mortgage. That's right. If you're looking for a first mortgage, great source, or a refi here in Pennsylvania, she's our go-to mortgage agent. She'll take good care of you. That's Leslie Raymond with Union Home Mortgage at 412-719-5673, 412-719-5673, NMLS 138287, and PA license number 29666. Matt Pia and Steve Kowalik with Division 9 Home Inspections are our go-to home inspector and one of the finest home inspectors in the Valley. We can be fair. We don't want to pigeon them in because Matt's got a very humble ego. We would never want to blow him up that much. I never hear the end of it. But they're great people. If you have any questions on your home, home inspections aren't just for buying and selling real estate. If you have questions on your home and, what they give you in that report is kind of an owner's manual of your house. They're great, great people. We answer some questions for you. You can contact Matt or Steve at 412-715-8123 or visit them at Division, 9, inspection.com. And, of course, we just heard from our good friend Diamond Dave. That's right, Diamond Dave Bishop with Big Bang Comics and Collectibles. Get your inner nerd out. Have a lot of fun. Take your kids. They'll have a blast. Call Dave with any questions. 412-259-8742. 412-259-8742. That's Big Bang Comics and Collectibles. That's Diamond Dave Bishop, personal friend of mine and this show. Great guy. By all means, tell him that we sent you. Please tell me we sent you. And you can visit Big Bang Comics and Collectibles on Facebook. Please do. Our new sponsor is Rad Productions. That's right, Rad Productions, portrait photography and photo booth rentals. Available for any occasion and specializing in engagement, wedding, and senior portraits. You can rent a photo booth from Rad. Just contact Bobby Donnell. That's right, our good friend Bob Donnell at 412-269-0592. That's 412-269-0592. I'm telling you, I have from personal experience. Great photographer, and those photo booth rentals are fantastic for parties. You mentioned you heard it on this show. It's 15% off. That's Bob Donnell with Rad Productions, portrait photography, and photo booth rentals. And, of course, my great friend and my guest today, Mr. Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing, our go-to roofer. Over 25 years in southwestern Pennsylvania providing quality service. If you have a question and you think you might need a repair or maybe you want an assessment of your roof, Hamilton is the guy to call. 412-264-7598, 264-7598. I'm guessing Jody might answer that phone call.
Yes.
Yeah, Jody will take good care of Hamilton's lovely wife because he's out working. That's for darn sure. Or visit them at hoperoofingandgutters.com. Last but not least is our great friend Jim Taddeo with Quality Bass for Less at 412-758-7345. If you're thinking about a bathroom remodeling, and it could be a very mild, very small project, or you've got something extravagant, if you want someone to come to you and take care of you from the start to finish, 100%, it's Mr. Jim Taddeo at 412-758-7345. Tell him I sent you. It's qualitybassforless.com, Jim Taddeo. And we have a phone call. Hi, you're on with Eric McKenna.
Yeah, I have a question.
Sure.
Years ago, I was driving down through the South, and I noticed a lot of the houses had silver roofs on them.
Silver?
Silver.
Huh. Okay. Was it a metal silver or like a composition? Or
it looked like a metal.
Yes.
I was wondering if that was to reflect the heat.
Yes, that's a good thing to reflect the heat there. The silver metal does not heat up as much, and it gets rid of the heat pretty much faster.
But in the South, is it a certain part of the South, or do you remember what state it was by chance?
It was like starting like in the lower part of Virginia, then heading down toward Florida.
Silver, did it look like it was like a current metal roof? I'm sure you've seen those on occasion. Did it have the same pattern? Did it look like it was actual metal?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, it was actual metal,
yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, they're pretty common down in the South area. Yes.
Okay, and that's just for heat reflection. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate the call. See, I learn something new every day. No, I've driven a lot down south, and I've never noticed that.
Well, you're driving in the wrong place.
I guess I am driving in the wrong places.
Yes.
We got another phone call. Is that right?
Yes.
Hi, you're on with Eric McKenna and Hamilton Hope.
Yes, hello. I've got
Hi.
a question. I heard you say something that you briefed over the ceramic tile, the terracotta tile, and I knew that they make it in plastic now. I didn't catch it. I just tuned in. Can you tell me anything about it? I want to hang up and listen because I missed it.
Oh, sure. So I'm thinking we were talking about the Southwestern style terracotta roofs.
Yes.
She mentioned that they make it in a plastic.
Yes.
I didn't know that. So
Yes.
they made it. So you don't have to buy the clay in actual cement version. It comes in a plastic.
Yes, that's correct. It comes in a plastic, which is heavy duty. It's pretty much just as good as the terracotta.
Wow.
I mean,
okay.
they have slate in plastic now too, heavy gauge slate in plastic.
Whoa, back up. So you can get a slate roof that looks like slate, but it's actually plastic.
Yes, yes.
Oh, wow, I'm learning a lot here. I did not know that.
Yes.
And terracotta as well.
Yes.
Huh. Okay, so cost-wise, talk to me. Is it that much of a cost savings?
For the plastic?
Yes.
The PVC? Yes, there is a cost savings there, yes.
Wow. Okay, see, Hamilton, it says, maybe I'm thinking the terracotta looks pretty nice. And if there's a cost savings,
Yes, it's much lighter and easier to work with too.
Okay, so I'm guessing if someone says terracotta to you and you're like, okay, you're gonna make sure you show them the plastic as an option.
Yes, yes.
Okay, there you go. Thank you so much for the call because that was enlightening to me as well. I did not know that. Okay, so are there any other man-made materials that they're using that? They're not making fake metal, right? Metal is metal. Well, that's a good question. Can they make plastic planks that look like a metal roof?
Yes, they do. Yes.
Huh. So is it PVC?
Yes, PVC.
You can buy a PVC roof.
Yes.
Now, how does that compare cost-wise to like a metal roof?
It's pretty much cheaper than a metal roof. Metal roofs are pretty much expensive because of the paint and the sealer that goes in them. The plastic PVC is a lot cheaper.
Is it already pre-painted and treated?
The plastic, yes.
Huh. Is there, in your opinion, as a homeowner, would there be any advantage of the metal versus the PVC?
It depends on the look that you want, the style that you want. They're pretty much comparable.
Okay.
Depends on what you want to pay for it.
Would you say, from a wear standpoint, is the metal going to hold up better than the PVC, or about the same?
They're about the same.
Wow. See,
yes.
I did not know that. That puts a new complexion on it. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, what'd you say?
Like on the plastic, made for expansion and contraction, do they do that, or
yes.
with the heat?
Yes, they allocate for that. Yes.
Okay, because the PVC will expand and it will.
Yes.
Whereas the metal wouldn't.
No.
Right.
No.
See, okay, we're having a little science class here today.
We also do rubber roofs, glue down rubber roofs for flat roofs.
Okay, I've got a client in Coriopolis that has a flat roof, the old Gillis building in Coriopolis, and that has a large roof on it, and it's a rubber roof.
Yes.
So, okay, let's talk about a commercial roof for a second. We haven't touched on this. Flat roofs present their own challenges. Is that correct?
Yes, they do.
What are typically the options for a flat roof? Do you have rubber? There's tar?
There's rubber. There's a torch down.
What is that?
That's a heated membrane that you heat it up, and it seals on the seams.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Is it primarily those two options for flat roof?
There's also roll roofing. They come in different colors that you can put on flat roofs. It's like a 3-foot by 50-foot roll, and you roll it out. You put down a base sheet first, nail down the base sheet, and the base sheet has a sticky substance on it, and the roll roofing has a sticky substance on the back of it, and you just roll it over the base sheet.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so help me understand this too, because this is what I never understood about a flat roof, and that is for water to run off. I'm guessing on a flat roof, does the water still need to run to the edges, right? Is it crowned at all, or how is a flat roof to dissipate water?
Usually there's drains on the roof where the water will run to. I mean, a lot of times there's no pitch to it. Just the sun will come out and heat it up and get rid of the water. But a lot of times there's a little bit of a slope to it to run it to the drains.
Okay.
So, yes.
Okay, so that's got to be a consideration.
Yes.
You don't want huge amounts
Puddles.
of water sitting up there, right?
Yes.
But, okay, another break. Here we go, friends. This is the Eric McKenna Show on Beaver County Radio. We're having more fun than the law allows here with Mr. Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing and Sir Bob Fry behind the big board. We're going to be right back.
At Young's Jewelry in Rochester, they have their own wish list. That's right, just like you have things you'd really like to have, So does Young's Jewelry in Rochester, and they're willing to pay instant cash and the highest prices to get what they're looking for. If you have gold and silver coins, world coins, certified coins, U.S. paper money, proof and mint sets, tokens and medals, entire household estates, wristwatches and clocks, war medals and swords, picture postcards, bronze statues, mechanical banks, vintage political items, and old trains and toys. And that just names a few things they're looking for at Young's. Young's is buying just about anything. For 43 years, people have turned unweighted items into instant cash at Young's Jewelry in Rochester. Pick up a card with a complete list of everything on Young's of Rochester's wish list for free and put instant cash in your pocket today. Young's Jewelry, Brighton Avenue in Rochester, paying top dollar for all your unwanted items.
Picture a door. On it, a sign that says, "Do not look." Every instinct says danger, but still you peek. Inside, a room full of cockroaches, which can trigger asthma attacks, rodents that contaminate food and transmit disease, and termites which cause billions in property damage each year. Trust your instincts, know the signs. Learn how to protect your family and home at pestworld.org. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
Your place to buy, sell, trade, or give it away. It's the Yankee Trader, weekday afternoons from 1 until 2 on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
Okay, and welcome back to the Eric McKenna Show here on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. Always here Saturday, having the pleasure to do this. I can't believe they let me do this. I mean, who in their right mind would give me 2 hours on the radio, Bob? I got Mr. Bob Fry, my producer here today, my guest producer. Thank you for keeping me, on the air, safe and moving forward. That needs to happen every week, because I can't do what you do, sir. Some people, Hamilton, that come here and have shows, they sit on that side and they produce the whole thing and they do the whole. That's not happening. I'm not doing that. So, to Mr. Bob Fry, thank you. I am here with my good friend Hamilton Hope, who is our go-to roofer for my realtor practice, your personal realtor with Eric McKenna. And we've been talking roofing this entire time, the most informative show I've had. And I've had some good ones, but this has been a tremendous show. We are here to bring you value. The name of the show is indeed the Eric McKenna Show, real estate talk and more. Today, a good part of real estate, whether you're buying or selling, is the quality of the roof of the house. It's a big deal. And as a realtor, I'm always like a sponge. I want to learn. I want to learn more about construction, electrical, plumbing. I'm learning more about this water remediation, learning about Matthews Wall Anchor Services coming in and fixing basements and all that stuff. But roofing has been something that I've needed to learn about, and spending a lot of time with Hamilton personally has aided me just an incredible amount, and that's why I wanted him on this show. Very informative information, talking everything roofing here today, and some great calls as well. I want to deviate for just 1 second. As for those of us on Facebook Live, who were kind enough to tune in. I know the questions will be there. Yes, I'm not wearing an Oakland Athletics hat for the first time probably in many long time, but I'm wearing a hat from the Loudoun Police Department here, given to me by my good friends John and Connie Atkinson. And this hat was also given to them for me by my new friends, the Evans in Loudoun, Tennessee. This hat was given to me by the Evans, and thank you. I told you I would wear it because I love it. I kind of begged them for it when I saw it. and John made sure I got one. So John and Connie out there, I love you. Thank you. And to the Evans, thank you so much for the hat. I'm a hat guy, because I have no hair. But the Loudoun Police Department. And you can see it on our Facebook Live today because guess what? We turned the camera around, and all the writing is correct. Nothing's backwards. So Loudoun Police, you always have my salute there. Thank you so much. Okay, we are wrapping up our show here today with Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing, and we've talked about everything except gutters, Hamilton, and here we go. Part of what you do is gutters, and the gutters obviously are a big part of the correct functionality of a roof.
Yes.
Without good gutters, you got problems, because I know, number one, poor gutters cause water in basements.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Very often as well, too. Okay, so we talked about ice damming and how it's important to make sure that your roof isn't sloping incorrectly there, and just say it's not. So what for correct gutter operation, naturally the gutter has to have a tilt. I mean, it has to be, the water can't sit in there. It's got to run toward the downspout.
Yes, that's correct.
So having the correct tilt on the gutter is important as having a functional gutter.
Yes.
Okay. Explain to me this, because I get asked this all the time. You know, you see and you hear all the different, how do I say this? Without mentioning any names, we're not going to do that, but we're seeing all the different ancillary products to keep leaves and twigs and debris and little varmints out of your gutters, whether it's a screen, whether it's a half shield of some kind.
Metal, yes.
Okay, so you, being a roofing professional, what is your thoughts on those products?
I think it's a very good product. It allows you not have to go up and maintain your gutters. A lot of time, if you can get up there and clean out your gutters, if you're around a lot of trees and debris and stuff, you need to go up and clean them out, because if they get clogged, like you said, it'll overflow, ruin the foundation, get down on your basement walls and create problems. But they're very good products to use.
Okay, so you're for them then?
Yes.
Okay, because I always wondered, because I had screens put in gutters many years ago, and while it did keep the granules from my roof getting into my gutters, the leaves actually ended up sitting on the screen and ended up causing problems.
Yes.
So I didn't know whether it was bad to have the screen or not have the screen, because it still had to be addressed either way. So just because you're saying you have this product doesn't mean you need to do an inspection, especially if you know your home is in close proximity to trees that actually shed their leaves. You can't have any obstructions there.
That's correct. Yes.
So how often do you recommend, generally speaking, inspecting your gutters?
Probably in the spring and the fall.
Okay,
I would
twice
say.
a year.
Yes.
Okay. You talked a lot about the ice guard, so forth, and the products used where the edge of the roof meets the gutter.
Yes.
And that obviously is that so the water correctly rolls off of the roof and into the gutter, as opposed to getting into the sub panel of your roof. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. How do I say this? Do you have any best practices for how a gutter system is done? The reason I say that is, I've got homeowners that have on the ends of their homes, they don't have gutters. They just have, the roof just kind of ends and water. Their water is supposed to roll. The water is supposed to roll. How do I say this? Oftentimes the water ends up going off the side of the house and doesn't roll correctly down into their gutters, and there's no ancillary way of catching the water. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a product out there, or what do you recommend in that circumstance where, let's say you're on a hill and there's a lot of wind, and oftentimes you have two ends of the house that don't have gutters. Can you still put gutters up there?
Yes, you can.
You can.
You can put short gutters up there. Yes.
What does that mean by short gutter? What is that exactly?
Like a small piece, 2 or 3 foot piece. A lot of times we'll use like a metal diverter to get the water to go into the gutters.
Okay.
To keep them from overrunning the gutters. And
okay.
Yes.
Because I think sometimes on those houses that don't have them on the ends, oftentimes water, whether in big storms or whether wind comes, the water still goes down the sides, and some water goes down there. And it does cause problems in the basement, or that the ground around those two ends of the house become very marshy.
Yes.
So you're saying an ancillary gutter can be installed there as well. Okay, good practice. I hope if you know what I'm referring to, that indeed might be something to consider. If you feel that on the ends of your homes there are no gutters, and indeed that you have water that or you're getting some soggy ground there, you may want to have gutters put on the ends of those homes too. I mentioned that because I encountered that a lot with my clients. Okay, it's our last break. Okay, friends, this is the Eric McKenna Show on Beaver County Radio, and my special guest, Hamilton Open. I'll be right back.
Join the 28th Annual Beaver County Festival of Trees in the Lodge at Brady's Run for a dazzling display of over 30 trees and wreaths. If you haven't been to the Beaver County Festival of Trees, you need to make plans this year. The Beaver County Festival of Trees is one of the most outstanding Christmas season events in the entire tri-state area. The festival opens Thanksgiving evening from 5 p.m. and is open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday noon to 9 p.m. And don't forget, Sunday, November 26th is Armed Services Appreciation Day. Admission is only $5. Enjoy the sounds of the season entertainment during the festival. Stop by Candy Cane Lane Gift Shop and choose a special holiday gift or novelty for a family member or special friend. During the festival, you can buy your favorite tree or wreath without having to attend an auction. And of course, visit the North Pole Cafe for a quick snack of traditional favorites. Snoopy, Rudolph, Frosty the Grinch, and others will be strolling throughout the festival. Enjoy an amazing outdoor lighted show and displays, including a chainsaw carver and a real live reindeer on Sunday. Net proceeds benefit Children and Youth Services Advisory Board and USSR Corps. For more information and schedules, visit beavercountyfestivalofTrees.org.
Hello, friends. This is Remaxed Advanced Realtor Eric McKenna with CallEric.com and host of Your Personal Realtor on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. I really hope you are enjoying today's show. Friends, did you know that I can be your personal realtor? That's right. If you're looking to list your home or buy a new home, call or text me today at 412-613-4466. That's 412-613-4466. Or send me an email at sold@calleric.com. That's sold@calleric.com. I just love it when listeners become clients. So why not contact me today and let me put my social media advertising to work for you. Together, we can reach your real estate goals. This is your personal realtor, Eric McKenna, with Remaxed Advanced Realtors and CallEric.com.
Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
Back to the Eric McKenna Show here on Beaver County Radio. Thank you so much for including us in your Saturday. We're here every Saturday, and this is show 61, by the way. We're here every Saturday from 10 to noon, but today we had a special time of 3 to 5, and my special guest was able to rearrange his schedule, and I'm delighted that he was able to get here from 3 to 5 today, and that's Mr. Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing, our go-to roofer. And we've been talking, Hamilton, we've been talking all kinds of things roof-related. Thank you. The phone calls have been great. Let's talk about this for a second. Bob Fry brought up a good point. I guess there's a cheaper kind of gutter out there called a plastic gutter. And
yes.
I know you're not a fan. Can you explain why?
Well, they're really
cheap.
Not cheap. Yes, I didn't want to say cheap, but they are.
You can say cheap. Yes.
Yeah, they are cheap, and then you got to seam them a lot of times, which allows for leaks. It's something I don't recommend unless you have no other option.
Okay.
Best thing to do is to go for 32 gauge aluminum gutter.
32 gauge aluminum gutter.
Yes.
So write that down, friends.
And we like to install seamless gutters.
Okay, what's that? Explain that to me.
A seamless gutter has no seams on it where they slide in, and when you have a seam, it allows for leakage to fall through there.
Understood.
Yes. We use a company, Affordable Seamless Gutters. They do great work. And
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
See, I didn't see. This has been probably the most informative show, not only for our audience, but for me personally. There's so much to know. Hamilton Hope and Hope Roofing work year-round. And that means, friends, if you feel that you may need some roofing attention or if you have some doubts about the quality of your roof, you can call Hamilton today. You don't have to wait till the spring. You don't have to wait for another contractor to call you back. Hamilton, you call him. Jody or him will answer the phone, and they will get right back to you. They'll do their best to get out to you as soon as their schedule permits, as fast as possible. Consultations are free.
Yes,
absolutely.
Free estimates.
And free estimates as well. And he does work through the winter, which is important because if you do have a roofing concern you want it addressed now, you might not be able to wait till the spring because water is enemy number one.
Yes.
It's enemy number one to realtors as well because it's enemy number one to homeowners. And I can tell you, when I see water infiltration in a house at all, and it's funny, Hamilton, we talked, Hamilton and I talked off camera, and I have this one phrase, and I say that 90% of all water infiltration in a home, to me, is related in some capacity to the roof.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
Yes.
It's just not correct, whether it's coming in from the roof area or it's draining incorrectly down the side of the house.
Yes, that's correct.
And you just can't have that, friends. You can't afford it. Water is enemy number one. It will attack the quality of your life through mold and bad air. It will attack the resale value or the quality of your house. And it even can attack the structural integrity of your property, and that relates to your safety. So water infiltration, especially if you have it and you identify it, and if you think it's roof-related, it probably is, contact Hamilton Hope. That's right. Contact Hamilton or Jody today at 412-264-7598. I can't stress it enough. Contractors, they say they're a dime a dozen. I believe most of them are really great, honest people. I believe that. But some of them are cut above. And Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing is your go-to roofer. I cannot stress it enough. You want honesty and integrity and someone to come and just talk to you, and not throw a bunch of big terms and words around and sit there and explain to you exactly what Hamilton expects the problem is in providing you options and something that will fit your budget. This is Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing, 412-264-7598. I also want to give myself a plug here before we get off the air. I'd love to be your personal realtor. That's right. This is the Eric McKenna Show, and this is real estate talk and more, but I am a realtor with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors, and that is what I do. This show is fun, but it's not my livelihood. Indeed, I have a very prosperous and a very fun realtor practice in southwestern Pennsylvania. I am, again, associated with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors in Swickley and Robinson, but I work all through southwestern Pennsylvania and do a lot of work with the great friends here in Beaver County. So many of you, right from this radio show over the past 61 weeks, have given me the opportunity to obtain you as clients, obtain more of you as friends, and have the opportunity to speak about one of my favorite subjects, and that's real estate. You welcomed me into your homes. Many of you have fed me, as my waistline will attest to that. The hospitality with the Beaver County family has been amazing. Thank you. If I can be of help to you in any regard, in regards to real estate questions or concerns, whether you're buying or selling, or you have a family member that needs some help or getting ready to do that, maybe you have a son or daughter buying their first home, heck, maybe even your grandson or granddaughter buying their first home, I would like to help you. That's right. I'd love to be your personal realtor. 412-613-4466. Again, 412-613-4466. And again, one last plug before we get off the air. First off, thank you, Mr. Bob Fry, for expert work back there today.
Thank you.
Awesome,
My pleasure.
Awesome. And Bob's going to be spinning the oldies here shortly. Am I right? Right after this show?
After the news.
Well, do we have to go to the news, Bob? Can we get right into it? One last plug for my great friend and my guest here today. Very proud to have you on the show, Hamilton. This means a lot to me personally. I'm saying that on the air. You're not only a tremendous guy, you're a great friend, and you're one heck of a roofer. It's Hamilton Hope with Hope Roofing. That's right, based out of Coriopolis, serving the southwestern PA area for over 25 years. Experience, integrity, all those acronyms are all true, but he will take care of you, and customer service is what it's all about. If you have a roofing concern at all, contact Hamilton or Jody today at 412-264-7598. Again, that's 412-264-7598. That's Hope Roofing. And that's going to conclude another edition. That's actually show number 61 of the Eric McKenna Show here on Beaver County Radio. And that's 1230 WBVP in Chippewa and Beaver Falls. And 1460 WMBA in Ambridge and Coriopolis. And right now, it's time for Town Hall News. Have a great week.